Good morning and welcome to St Andrew's Church in Great Finborough in Suffolk. Now today's video is a bit of a controversial one. It depends on your perspective. The person whose final resting place we're going to see today, in America, in a state where it was illegal, he married a 15-year-old girl. He had accusations made against him by a 14-year-old girl, and he also made a few dubious statements while being interviewed on a similar subject. But I'm not going to focus on that in this video. Today I'm going to focus on what he is known for, what made him famous, and what earned him a lot of respect. Now, the person whose final resting place we are going to visit today is BBC Radio 1 DJ John Peel. Yeah, John Peel, he had a very long radio career. Obviously starting off in America where he did it for free, and when he came back to the UK he spent an awful long time at Radio 1, and he introduced a lot of bands that we would otherwise not have heard of. Very popular, very famous bands now, all because of him. I'll tell you what, the church here is absolutely spectacular. Let's see if I can get it in the background for you. It's got an enormous steeple on it. Right, let's quickly just get this on and then we'll have a quick look around at the rest of the churchyard. Right, can I get it in? You can kind of make it out. It's got a very tall steeple in it. I'll try and get a bit of film of it. But anyway, let's have a look around the churchyard while I tell you a little bit about John Peel.
John Peel, by name of John Robert Parker Ravenscroft, born August 30th, 1939 at Heswall, Cheshire, England. Popular British disc jockey who for nearly 40 years, beginning in mid-1960s, was one of the most influential tastemakers in rock music. Peel was renowned for discovering and championing emerging artists and for his connoisseurship of groundbreaking offbeat music and performers. The son of a cotton merchant, he grew up in upper middle class comfort near Liverpool, for whose powerhouse football soccer team had developed a lifelong obsession. After attending boarding school and a stint in the military, he emigrated to the United States in 1960 to Dallas, Texas, where, still using his given last name Ravenscroft, he worked at the Cotton Exchange and then sold insurance. In 1961 he landed his first unpaid job as a disc jockey at station WRR. Thereafter, as the British invasion led by the Liverpudlian Beatles swept the United States, he capitalised on his Scouse accent, and though he had left England before the advent of Merseybeat, he became its authentic ambassador on local American airwaves. After working at radio stations in Dallas, Oklahoma City and San Bernardino, California, he returned to the United Kingdom in 1967 to host his late-night hippie-trippy perfumed garden on Private Radio London. While his fellow DJs cultivated wild and crazy personalities, Ravenscroft, having adopted the last name Peel as a pirate mask, was droll and unflappable but ever the iconoclast. Still, when the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, established Radio 1 in September 1967, in response to the challenge of pirate radio, Peel was one of the new network's original recruits. From then until the early 21st century, Peel was the advocate for new and often challenging music, playing recordings to which a less adventurous broadcaster or less committed music enthusiast would likely not have given airtime. In the process, he became enamoured of everything from art rock to punk, post-punk and beyond, introducing his audience to previously unknown artists such as David Bowie, Joy Division, The Smiths, Billy Bragg and countless performers who flooded his mailbox with demo tapes. Meanwhile, he remained steadfastly loyal to an eclectic array of personal favourites that included Captain Beefheart, oddball poet, singer Ivor Cutler, unconventional songwriter Kevin Coyne, abrasive rockers The Fall, Northern Ireland's Undertones, whose Teenage Kicks was Peel's all-time favourite song, the ethereal Cocteau Twins, and PJ Harvey. Yet the same breadth of taste that tested the boundaries of what could be broadcast on the BBC could also find room for a good time group like the Faces. Peel famously mimed the mandolin part of Rod Stewart's Maggie May in 1971 on Top of the Pops, and an unlikely love affair with the Eurovision Song Contest, the annual competition sponsored by state-run European television stations to determine the best new pop song. Never particularly adept technologically, he occasionally played records at the wrong speed. Peel was nevertheless seemingly ageless and effortlessly hip. He was a perennial choice as NME magazine's favourite DJ of the year and his year-end best-of playlist. The Festive 50 conferred significant cachet for those who found their way onto it, much as his long-time involvement with the Glastonbury Festival helped ensure its status as one of the world's premier rock festivals. Likewise, being chosen to record a live Peel session for his show was a sign of arrival. Those thousands of sessions, many of which were released as commercial recordings, originated as a workaround response to needle time, a long-time requirement of British broadcasting that limited the amount of airtime that could be devoted to playing records. Even after the repeal of this requirement, Peel sessions remain the signature and mainstay of his programme. Peel was made an Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 1998. He died of a heart attack while on vacation in South America in 2004. On the anniversary of his last appearance on BBC, the network annually presents an annual celebration, John Peel Day.
Well, I've been over here to do this one before, but it's like I'm destined not to be able to do this one. Hopefully this one comes out. I walked around the cemetery for the churchyard last time and did me film, did all my gumph, and then I realised that I'd left my microphone in my pocket, so no sound had come out. So I went over it all again, walked around the churchyard, went had a look at his final resting place, put my river polished pebble there, same as usual. When I got home, I found out that that one hadn't even recorded at all. No sound, no picture, no nothing. So this one is third time lucky. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, John Peel. He was a DJ that liked the more unusual type of music. I mean, he liked all different types of music, but especially liked the unusual stuff. And he devoted a lot of his airtime to it. And in doing so, he actually made a lot of bands that we would otherwise never have heard of. Giving them the airtime, he actually made them quite popular and give them good careers out of it. Anyway, John Peel's final resting place is just in front of me, so I'll spin you around and we're going to have a look at it together. Right, well, I didn't really need to look around for this one today because, as I said, I've been here before, so you know where his final resting place is. And it's just over here. Oh, someone's put some stuff here. And my pebble is still there as well. Right. In loving memory of John R.P. Ravenscroft, John Peel, 1939 to 2004. Greatly missed husband, father, grandfather. And I can't quite make out what it says. Teenage, so hard to beat or something. Teenage dreams, so hard to beat. And someone's put a bottle of claret there with a Union Jack flag, a little note under a stone which I'm not going to disturb, and just to the left of the bottle, I don't know if you can see it, literally just to the left of the bottle, touching the headstone, is my RIP River Polished Pebble which I put there last time I was here. Hopefully this one comes out. But that is the final resting place of BBC Radio 1 DJ John Peel. Right, well that is it. That's the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was a bit of a dodgy one, what with his off the books reputation, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I mean, as I said, I wasn't going to go into all that stuff. If you want to look it up yourself, you're more than welcome to. I think it's all on Wikipedia. But anyway, that is it for another one. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up, and maybe consider subscribing if you like the content. And if you do subscribe, then please don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, and I do a new video every week. Usually put it up on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. local time. But anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again on the next one, wherever I am. So bye bye for now.